Hello, no countdown, because I just hit go live. Usually I have a countdown. My mind is not okay right now. Okay, well, let's get, because I started it 30 seconds before 8 o'clock. What is that? Let's say hi to a few people that are already here. There is Avid. Hi, Avid. There's Joey. Joe fixed it for you. Hi. There's brother Troy Sutton. Hey, hey. There is Jovita. Hi, Jovita. You know what, y'all? I just literally got done doing some tortillas, and Chris was like, "You got less than a minute." And I ran in here and I was like, opened up, and I had a minute and 20 something seconds left, and I was like, don't scare me like that. And then I guess that's why I pushed go live instead of doing the countdown.
Got you in here faster, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Lori. Hello, Lori. There's Sarah. Hey, Sarah. There's Lacey. Hello, Lacey. There's Rhonda Dodson. Hello, hello. There is Texas Raider Chris. Hi, Chris. Well, if you're new here and you hadn't been here before, let me introduce myself. My name is Amy. This is my husband, Chris, and welcome to Let's Talk Tuesday, where we go from 8 o'clock to who knows. It used to be an hour, and
it ain't been an hour in a long time.
Yeah, it hasn't. And when I go an hour and a half, people are like, "You are gypping us. You are gypping us from this live." Yeah. There's Paul Case. Hi, Paul Case. And Jovita, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. I don't know if some of y'all know, but we live in Oklahoma, and Oklahoma has some crazy storms rolling in. And I'm pretty sure
maybe
Texas Raider Chris is already on top of all this and knows all this. It is windy outside. We're supposed to have, well, maybe we're supposed to get some storms rolling in. And so me and Lauren have been talking about, if she gets a lot of stuff happening over there, there's times where she loses power during storms. And so we have not canceled that yet. But if it becomes to where we don't want to have a runaway live, so we may or may not have in the kitchen with Amy and Lauren tomorrow.
You run it?
I do.
On yours?
I do.
So,
but I'm just saying.
I'm a managing moderator. I can go in on my phone.
And I'm supposed to. So I'm supposed to go over to Sarah's. Here's some beans. I was supposed to be in the kitchen.
It's not beans to me. I
but well, they may not have known that.
I know. That's what I said.
Okay.
It's not beans to me.
Sarah's internet is all out of whack right now because of the winds and stuff. So, yeah, there's that. Hi, Tim. Everybody's saying hi to each other.
Stay safe and Okie. Where's she?
Lacey, where are you? Like not specific, but where are you located? Like, yeah. Avid, no beans tonight. Aw, man. Sorry if I missed. Welcome to Spring April Fools. There's Peggy. Hi, Peggy. Welcome in. Yes, the storms will be later. That's right. Sarah, all new beans, LOL. My goodness, all with the beans. Hi, Lori Carp. Welcome in. Yeah, she's already without internet. So We shall see what happens. Yep. There's Reverend Joe Jacobson. Hi, Joe. Welcome in. Everybody's saying hi to each other. A general, the general location. Yeah. Let's see if she put it in and I just missed it. I don't think I did. Anyways, I feel like I just tuned into the wrestling pregame show, right? Let me introduce myself. I'm Amy. This is Chris. Welcome to Let's Talk Tuesday. North Mississippi. I should have known that. Okay, gotta run. Bye, Piggy. Thank you for coming in. There's Ryder with Slim Chance Outdoors. Hello, Ryder. I saw y'all's your little baby chicks. You gotta go check them out. Yup.
But not there.
Not on Slim Chance Outdoors, but on RNC Acres. You gotta go check them out.
On here,
yeah.
With RNC Acres, it'd be a whole lot easier.
I know it would be a whole lot easier if you were in with RNC Acres to share your link. Yeah. There's Treasure Hunter Neil. What's up, Neil? Let's see. Rhonda Dotson, I already said hi. Everybody's saying hi. There they are. I'm here watching too. Welcome and welcome in. So share that link. Y'all go check out their new babies. Yeah. What piggy has left the building? What? Piggy has left the building?
You gotta get the
boom. There he is.
The timing.
I know.
Right, or else it's just like what piggy? Well, this
what piggy? This piggy. That piggy.
The other piggy. You gotta get the
love you, Piggy.
At the right time, or else it's...
And Aileen. You're awesome. Bye-bye, Piggy. He'll be back. Watch. He'll be back. Yay! Jovita shared the link. Y'all. I got my phone charging. Let me do this number right here.
Hey, can you do me a favor just for like 2 seconds?
What?
Mute it.
Mute it?
Yeah.
Okay. 6 out of the eggs now and 4 or 5 others pipping. That is exciting. I'm excited for you guys because I knew how it felt when I first started incubating eggs and then seeing the pips and then seeing them break out of the shell. Yes. Carolina Kind Family Homestead. Hi, welcome in. And then a Piggy is pulling a Paul case, right? There's a lot of people pulling Paul case. You see what you started, Paul? You see what you started. Let me see. Hold on. What am I doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a first for Courtney also. I'm telling you. Yeah, every hatch is awesome from 1 to 1 million. Absolutely. I was excited. Hi, Jimmy. Welcome in.
Case. I am trendy.
I'm trendy. Yes, you're trendy, Paul. It's called Paul case now. When somebody just up and leaves, you pulled a Paul case.
They made a new word for it. They call it trendy. But back when I was growing up, it was just called starting stuff.
Starting stuff.
And I was told not to start stuff.
Ruh-roh.
Don't be starting stuff. So I don't know how it went from being something you're not supposed to do to now something people want to do. They want to go trendy. So it's all screwed up.
I'll tell you right now, I like listening on Lori's Prepping for Heaven on her lives because I was feeding my baby goat last night. And all the way from, well, I say all the way like we got a big old house or something, but I was like, is Lori singing? And Chris was like, yeah, Lori's singing. I'm telling you, when I get into the chat, Lori sings Amy all the time. And I'm just like, yep, there's Lori. Everyone wants to be Paul, right? Right? So welcome in, everybody. Stirring the pot. Yep, stirring the pot.
Starting stuff.
Yeah, starting stuff.
Rocking the boat. That's another one.
Yeah, there you go.
They're all the same thing.
That's right. Lori is a rock star, right? So I started leaving. I think it was a thing a long time before I came on the screen. No, they now call it Paul Case. You just call it Paul Case.
You got Paul Case.
Yeah. I saw the twirly wheel. So yeah, I actually went on Lori Prepping for Heaven. I went on her live. Chris called me out. He's got a thing for doing that. Texas Raider, Chris. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, catching a case.
Catching a case.
That would be bad too.
Yeah, catching a case.
That's something you don't want to do.
Yeah. Aw, thanks, Amy. Let's see. Let's do the invite already because we're gonna get into discussion here in a little bit. Yes, Chris did call you out. I also went on who else did I go on? And they were like, I got Amy up on Wanda Henry. I went on Wanda Henry's live and I was like, I have never been on Wanda Henry's live, and y'all, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Now, Rebecca was on there, but I don't think it was Rebecca's.
I don't think it was Rebecca's. I think it was Wanda's. But yeah, I was like, I just wanted to bless y'all people with my presence.
Oh, okay.
There's Wanda Henry. Hi, Wanda. Well, what's up, Paul Case?
Howdy ho, neighbor.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. What y'all guys doing?
Chilling. The resident crafter is on her phone with her earbuds in.
Hello, hello.
So basically what he's saying with a really nice way is quit yelling.
Oh,
you're in her ears.
I'm in your ear.
And you could.
I'm sorry, Anita.
Warning.
Trust me, she ain't listening to you. She's listening to somebody else.
Oh.
She watches a lot of crafting stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how was y'all's day today? How's y'all's weather over there?
Well, it was windy, but other than that, it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
We cut hickory in the woods today. I hate hickory. I hate hickory. It's hard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hard stuff.
That's why they use it for handles.
Nope, none of ours. Usually, none of ours goes to be saw logs. Even we usually sell hickory logs by the ton to a local sawmill that has a contract with a grinder somewhere, and they ship it and grind it into chips for smoker.
Yeah.
Hickory's really hard to saw true, and it doesn't dry well. But we're cutting in my son's woods, and so he don't mind cutting it, but he hates cutting it into boards. It does better if you're cutting it like into 4x4s or something like that. And one of his contracts let him know they needed like 100 4x4s. So he's like, bring me some of that hickory. We'll cut it up and get rid of it. It pays the same money. It's all just pallet material.
Right.
So.
Hi, Judy. Hi, Beth. Gillum. Says driving can't chat. Hello, hello. Famous Hat Johnny. Hickory is great for smoking meat, baseball bats, and tire thumpers, and martial art weapons. What?
What martial
I
art
know.
weapon is wood?
I know.
It's a bow staff.
Shh. Just
handles. Handles of something.
Not just that, you could do a bow staff too. But yeah, nunchucks and bow staffs.
I was cutting down a black walnut and it's some hard wood now. Ryder says, I'm totally ready. I'm totally ready to cut trees out of the road and help with the wrecks, down power lines, and damages. With this weather coming, hopefully not too much bad happens.
I sense a little sarcasm there.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of machine myself. Put the coffee in here, and that's where the sarcasm comes back out.
You see where he says, totally.
Totally, yeah.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those kind of things are never a good deal when you have to go help clean up, and it's a labor of love because it's most of the time it's a salvage mission.
No, it's not a labor of love for him. It's just labor. He's
just labor.
He works for the city, so they have to do, like, he's on the roads and stuff. So when they have trees fall on the roads, that's his department to go and clear roadways, and then they kind of put him on with the first responders, so they help like traffic and stuff for wrecks and all that good crap in Bixby.
I hope my huge elm falls. No tree guy will tough it. It's so huge.
He cut down one hickory today, and we got an inch of rain out of the last little rain. What was it? Saturday night, Sunday morning. I think we got an inch, and he cut down a hickory that took a mulberry tree over with it, and there was more logs in the mulberry tree than what there was in the hickory tree. So the junk that got in the way made better stuff than what we were trying to cut today.
That's kind of like diesel costing more than gasoline.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Don't make no sense. How is the trash cost more than the finished product? What the crap?
Ryder says, yeah, come work street crew turned into the mayor governor saying we are first responders.
Hello, Avid. How are you, brother?
Wow. Can you hear us, Avid?
How are you doing?
Oh, okay.
How are you, Amy and Chris?
Good. Somebody
How
on
you
the
guys doing
sidelines
tonight?
would like to know where your pipe's at.
I'd give you the thumbs up, but it doesn't look right.
Thank you, Judy. I'm a mess right now. Like, seriously, I'm a mess right now. I had literally was in the kitchen, or my little kitchen that I call my kitchen, frying up some tortillas, and he was like, "You got less than a minute," and I was like, "Oh no." My mind.
If I told you, hey, come here, you'd be like, hold on, and take 5 minutes to get here and be late. If I say you got less than a minute when you got almost 2, then you get in here faster, and it worked. So I was right.
Yeah.
Avid, do you have to go into work tonight?
Yeah, I have to be in at 11.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah says, hey, Avid.
Sarah?
What's up?
There's beans. This not being spelled tonight, but there's a lot of names in the hat.
Oh, more beans, more beans.
There's a lot of names in the hat for these next 3 beans.
Let's see.
I should say there's at least 5 or 6 names in the hat.
I'm with Chris. I want my $2.
Thank you, Texas. $2. $2. He said start for another hour.
No, Sarah, these beans are all new.
All new beans.
These are all new beans, Sarah. Those don't have nothing to do with Lauren.
Uh-oh. New beans.
New beans. Not old beans, new beans.
Yeah. I don't like when Chris has to leave, especially when there's like a storm. Let me tell you, one time it was storming hard outside and raining. And there was literally the ocean coming into my room. I called him. I was crying. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm putting towels. The ocean is in our room. Yeah. So needless
really
to say,
wasn't that bad.
It was bad to me. It was bad to me. So,
hey, that's,
so yeah.
Sarah, the only thing about that problem is telling you is Amy don't live very far from you.
That's all part of being a man, having to go to work even when the weather's bad, and it makes your family tough too, by the way.
Mm-hmm. That's why
You
back in the day, everybody was tougher than they are now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You lived way too close to Amy, Sarah, so that one ain't happening.
Oh.
That's just how I was raised. Like, my dad got up and went to work everything. Sick, not sick, didn't matter. He had to get up and go to work.
Yeah.
Like,
but needless to say, he did come rescue me because I was drowning. Literally, I was drowning. I didn't have no floaties, no nothing.
Anything like the bougie trying to be a Mexican jumping bean for the bull?
Yes.
You Mexican jumping.
I watched that video 3 or 4 times. I'm like, they even lowered it, and she can't get on the bull.
Hi, Mustard family.
They worked it down and leaned it over, and like the whole everything they could do, it still didn't work.
I got one question. How does a Mexican bougie not have the Mexican jumping bean?
She spent more time jumping up and down trying to get on the thing than she did
I
on
know.
the thing.
I'm like, she's jumping like a little kid, but I'm like, doesn't Mexicans have a jumping bean gene in their system?
She needed it.
I was laughing so hard. I was laughing so hard.
She couldn't.
Yeah, that I couldn't get up there. I was laughing so hard.
I don't know about bougie Mexican jumping beans, but I think my kind of beans are red ones.
Red ones?
Yeah, because I'm more red than white.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not red. I shouldn't be. I'm not, and I don't even have to be mad to be that way. You know what I mean?
No, I understand that one, Paul. I understand that one real good. Beans are beans. Some of them are green beans.
Ooh.
Some of them may be lima beans.
Hey, they've started doing something with green beans that I approve of. I want to put the Paul K stamp of approval on.
What was that?
Deep fried green beans. They bread them and deep fry them. And some places, like the little burger shop that we go to at Quapaw once in a while, you can get those green beans deep fried instead of your French fries or whatever. Oh, yeah.
What?
I got a little restaurant down the street from me. You get the fried green beans, the fried pickles, the fried cucumbers, everything, all the veggies fried. Even cauliflower, mushrooms, all of them. Boy, I could spend $60 on deep fried food. And
if you see it on a menu somewhere, you ought to try it because the deep fried green beans that I've had, I thought they were really good.
Oh, Twin Hills has them. Those fried
green beans are really good.
I haven't had them.
And
now we're making them hungry. All this beans talk.
You know, the Charlie's Chicken in my hometown or my local town over here, Miami, Oklahoma, closed down a couple years ago. And now in Miami, Oklahoma, you can go to one of 6 or 7 Mexican restaurants and eat. but you can't go to one that just specializes in fried chicken because there's not one in that town anymore. And I'm like, where are the fried chicken people? I mean, but we were driving through down 69 Highway a couple weeks ago, and noticed there's still several towns that have a Charlie's Chicken. I believe they have one in Pryor. They've got one in Joplin, but I never did care for the one in Joplin as much. But when the one in Miami closed down, so did the one in Grove.
Hey, Dale.
There is Old Pecan Homestead, Lindy Okie Dokie, Dale and Nan, 9 Acre Family Farms.
I couldn't tell if that was Dakota or Shayla, by the way they were writing.
They're what?
I couldn't tell if it was Dakota or Shayla.
There is Let's Trade Paint.
Hey,
Hi.
Sean.
Hi, Sean. There
Amy.
is Peter. What is with the thumbnail?
It was probably on mine. Hey, did you see that? I didn't do anything, and my logo came up. When I've had to get off camera before, it was just my initials. But looky there at my fancy logo. You want to see it again, don't you? Aha.
Amy. That one person we talked about,
Uh-huh.
it's in the cart.
Nice.
Hello, Dale. Happy eating, brother.
Nice. There's Tony, our cabin in the woods. Hello, Tony. Welcome in. Thank y'all for stopping by and showing Leonard Mountain Homestead some love.
You can't tell no one else except me and you.
My face seems like it's so red, but that's because I'm just like.
I thought it was so red from the bowl trying to jump up on it.
I'm still red from that. No, it's because I was over there cooking up some tortillas and frying up some taco meat. Yep.
So did you try your mixer yet?
No, I have not did it, but I'm actually needing to make some bread. So if we don't do our live tomorrow because of the storms, I'm probably going to be making some bread tomorrow. And I will be doing a video of that.
Oh, so you're gonna start cooking now, huh?
Yes. Yes, more. Because, okay, I had the little whisk thingy that looked like a little, what do they call it? A praying mantis with a circle, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that little is. Yeah. I was using that. And so now this makes it so much easier.
Hey, now Chris gets to taste all those goodies that she gets to see Lauren make.
Hi,
Chris
Julie.
Now.
Hey, Julie, here's one you ought to try if you haven't. Instead of using bacon grease or butter, mayonnaise. Any kind of mayonnaise instead of those will crisp up the outside of your grilled cheese just as good, if not better.
Oh, yeah, mayonnaise works good on grilled cheese.
Yep. It doesn't seem right, Amy, but it works.
Okay, I'm going to have to try that then.
And if you put on too much, you'll taste it. But if you put on just the right amount, you won't taste it.
Yep. If you put it on there about like you would butter, it'll crisp up the outside of your grilled cheese really nice.
Oh yeah, it'll make it nice and crispy.
And it spreads easier than what butter does out
the
of
Danish bread whisk. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's it. The Danish bread whisk. That's what I have. Yep. That's what I forgot. I was gonna get some more yeast. I know your mom has some, but I need to get some more. I need to get some more of the yeast that she has. It's the already, it's in a little jar. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And how many did you need?
Well, you can never have too many of the yeast, especially when you're making when a lot of the recipes call for yeast, you use it more than you think. Yeah.
And now that you get that mixer, you're going to need to get flour by the 50-pound bags.
Yep.
Those,
I usually do anyway. Yeah, I usually buy the bigger bags just because we go through so much flour. Because I make tortillas, I make breads now, so I use a lot of flour and then inside of some of my meals.
Hey, Julie, I think if you would take some of that bacon and crisp it up to where you could use the bacon grease, then you should put the strips of bacon in your grilled cheese. I
tell you, hey, do you have a George Foreman grill, Amy?
Do what now?
Do you have a George Foreman grill?
No, I don't have one of those. No.
Man, you're missing out. You can cook your bacon on there. You can cook chicken breast on there, hot dogs, everything on it.
We used to buy frozen hamburger patties or have some of our hamburger made into patties where they process our animals at. And you could put a couple of them on the George Foreman frozen. And in like 7 minutes, they're completely cooked and perfect.
Yeah, and juicy.
It's a lot more like having them off of the grill instead of just your frying pan or something.
Yeah.
The little George Foreman that we had actually had a sloped bottom to where all the grease ran down out of it.
That's what I'm talking about. The George Foreman with a slope, that little grease tray on the bottom. Boy, I put something on there frozen for 7 minutes, take it off, it's fully cooked and it's juicy and ooh, makes you think of cooking inside, but you're outside.
Yep.
But it's really good.
I think we'd done the same thing with frozen chicken breasts. Didn't have anything took out and thawed out for supper and throwed some frozen chicken breasts on that. And it wasn't like it overdone the outside to get the middle done, which is what you usually get with frozen meat.
Yeah. Frozen meat, if you did it on the grill, it'd have the outside overcooked, but the George Foreman, they cooked it perfectly.
Yep. Because it's apparently does it from the top and the bottom at the same time, which is cool.
It's like 2 heat waves on at the same time, cooking in both directions.
Yep.
Judy said she needs a George Foreman.
I wonder if George Foreman grills will get harder to find because George is not making them anymore, apparently.
Nope. He can't.
I got one. I got 2.
Do you?
They were gifted to me, but now I got me another grill that's similar to it. It's like a fire grill, smokeless, and it does the same thing. But they make really good hamburgers.
Yep.
They make real good hamburgers.
It's a meat waffle
iron.
Yes,
it's just like a waffle iron because it heats the top and the bottom.
Yep. Yep.
Meat waffle iron.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Look at the head on that thing.
Hey, Johnny.
Howdy. Hey, Evan, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Paul, Chris, Amy.
Hello.
So, anyway, somebody asked about the what's up with the thumbnail that she's got. She had that ride this weekend.
Yeah, it was a serious ride.
I'm serious. It was like, I think it was like 120 minutes of climbing on the bull.
Trying to get on the bull and only 1 second.
Like, I don't know. I counted all the time that she was actually on the bull, and it was, it might have been 8 seconds that she was on it altogether.
Most of which before it started moving.
At one point, I went from one side, stayed for a second, and went to the other side.
Yeah, she jumped over and just kept going all the way back.
I seen you jumped over and you did a somersault right over the bull, and Chris goes, "Does that count for your second try?"
Does that count as your second try? You were on and then you weren't, so does that count?
Hi, Arkwald man.
That's right, Dale. Yeah, but yeah, that was all right. Mechanical
There
bull
you go.
I tell you what, the mechanical bulls that we used to ride whenever I was younger was a barrel with some springs and some ropes.
Cables tied to trees.
Yeah.
You had four guys on each side pulling on those ropes.
Yeah.
That was fun, but I tell you what, you had hard ground when you hit.
Yeah.
And you didn't
You
have
didn't have no airbag.
you didn't have that big thing you were in. I was like, man, getting on that thing is like half. I mean, it's more than half the battle. Probably just getting up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching
I was
Amy
wore
get
out
on it.
watching it.
She was wore out too. She got back over there and she couldn't hardly breathe.
I was like, okay,
I mean,
hold
by the
on.
time she got out of that thing, I was dying hard laughing. I couldn't hardly breathe.
Right.
And I agree with Dale right there. They need to watch the videos. Then they would know what the thumbnail is. Because that's usually what I do. I'll take
He's
the
just stealing
thumbnail.
Johnny's line.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Watch the
right.
video.
Well, you're gonna have to watch the
You're just
video.
going to have to watch
Watch
the
the
video.
video, right, Johnny?
Right.
You gotta watch the video.
That's the deal.
That's the whole point of this thing. Watch the video.
You gotta go watch that video. She did 2
Yeah.
videos a day.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you can practice. You can practice. Either Paul or me. We both got cattle. You can practice on.
I don't have that kind of insurance.
They don't.
Johnny, I used to work. When I was younger, I worked ranches in Montana. I did that when I first started working the ranch, and that was the first and last mistake I made.
Oh yeah.
Being a ranch cook, and the ranch owner says, "Yeah, go get on the bull. He ain't gonna do nothing." I'm like, "Yeah, right." First and last time I did it.
I'm pretty sure even Elmer would buck me off if I tried to get on him.
I think the last people that tried that on the Case Ranch gotten beat by their parents pretty badly, and it would have been my father's father that did the beating, if you'd like to know. Him and one of his friends thought they could ride a couple of Pop's calves, and that didn't work out very well. They got beat up, getting bucked off, and then they got their hind ends whooped for messing with them like that.
Peter, I'll tell you this. The only way you'll know is if you go up there and pet them, and jump on their back and watch the reaction. And it won't be walking away briskly neither. You're going to be going over that bull's head real quick.
Hey, that energy drink slogan, Red Bull gives you wings, is not original for that energy. They borrowed that.
Yeah. A lot of Red Bulls that have given people wings, I think.
Yeah.
But see, the problem with, because somebody said, well, that y'all have cattle that I could, practice on. Those don't come with step stools either, or the little foot thingamajig.
No, but we could drive you up next to it on the flatbed and you could just jump off.
Step over.
Foot thingamajiggers, maybe stirrups.
Yes, those thingamajigs. Yes.
You could train them like they do the camels, where they just like lay down and you get on and then they stand back up.
Sarah, here's the thing. She forgot to take her Mexican jumping bean vitamins before she went.
Right.
Hi, JS.
I seen a lady who had her horse trained to bend its foot back at its knee, and it made like a step, and she actually used that.
I've seen people do that. They train their horses like. I've seen that.
I think if I tried that, I'd tip the horse over.
Hey, Chris.
Might only put that knee out there once.
One time it'd be enough. The horse like, I ain't done that no more. I needed to go to hospital too.
Let's see. Ryder says he misses riding bulls, so he's down. You go for it.
He's down for all kinds of weird stuff.
No, I've done that twice in my lifetime, and no thank you.
Why can't Amy start on a small animal like a goat? Well, I'll tell you what would be a good one to start on would be like one of their pigs. That would be something good to start on because those pigs
are already at the ground. You don't have to fall very far.
Amy, sir, that should have been videotaped right along with Amy's.
She wasn't getting on there.
That's the thing. She said she's giving you a hard time, but didn't nobody see her trying to get on there because she didn't try to get on there.
One of the first jobs I ever had that wasn't working for my dad was working for a guy that had a hog farm about 2 miles from where the home I grew up in. And believe it or not, he tried to raise show pigs, and he actually was trained and could AI his pigs. And the number one way he would heat detect them wasn't to run a bore with them. It was when you seen one acting strange, you went out there and sat down on its back. And if it was in heat, it'd stand still.
That's what Tony said the other day. She asked Tony how to tell. And he's like, you just go out there and push down on their butt. And if they're good to go, then they just stand there. And,
But hey, we could even.
So you wanted to be really careful. At my neighbor's place, you wanted to be really careful getting the mail because there was these vials, and they were about as big around as a coffee cup and that tall. And it looked like Elmer's glue, but it wasn't. And you could be really messing up his next bunches of pigs if you wasn't really careful with the mail, because those would actually come in a little sealed pouch in his mailbox.
We could even put Amy on a little ram sheep and just start her out.
She'd have handles. She'd even have little handles.
She'd have the ram handles.
I want to give me some chats.
I'm still trying to figure out how you got talked into that one.
They said, "Hey, look, a mechanical bull." She's like, "Ooh, that's about."
I think I heard it on the video.
Right? It's like, look what they got. She's like, "Ooh, that's gonna happen."
That's gonna happen.
It didn't take a whole lot of bargaining at all. Hey,
I know.
I don't think there was much talking her into it.
No.
All I heard her say,
ready.
"I'm taking one for the team."
Well, I gotta say, the last time that I went horseback riding, it ended in disaster. That thing got to running so fast, I was half falling off from it. I couldn't figure out how to hang on. I told him, whoa, and he wouldn't slow down. We kept running faster and faster, and the horses that was with him was egging him on. And I mean, we was really getting with it. And if it hadn't been for that manager at Walmart coming out and unplugging the thing, I don't know what might
happen. Yeah. You knew that was coming. You knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah. But anytime you ride a horse or a bull, you hold on with your legs as well as your hands.
Yeah. That thing, that bull that you was on, Amy, looked like it was greased.
Exactly.
It was polished pretty good.
Yes, it was. It was polished pretty good.
That leather patch they had on it was shiny. It was so smooth. It was shiny. I thought, well, yeah, that might be a little hard to hold on to.
They did that deliberately.
Right? They're out there with Pam cooking spray, just spraying it down.
Yeah, you have to grip with them knees.
She didn't even get up on the rope. She just sat there on the butt of it.
I saw that.
The rope was like a foot out in front of her, like the horn of a saddle. I'm like, that's not how you hold on to a rope. I told her when she got off, I was like, you're supposed to like get up there on that rope and hold on. And she's like, whatever.
Yeah.
You got this one horn here, you hold on with one hand, and your other hand's help you hold your balance.
Amy, you were set up.
Yeah, you were set up on that bull from the get-go. That scene was so slick, it wasn't funny.
Yeah, Did y'all watch anybody ride it that actually rode it?
No, there wasn't a whole lot of people over there.
Yeah, that would have made if there would have been a crowd around that thing, it would have made such a better thumbnail. It really would, because I was actually trying to build a thumbnail. I was
Amy's bull riding lessons.
Yeah, Amy's bull. $2.
$2. That's the second one. $2. Amy's bull riding lessons.
Good night, Paul. Yeah, no
Good
one
night,
loves
Paul.
Red flag, just saying.
Right.
There's a lot of people out there that they would have broke their hip to try that. I'm probably one of them.
Yeah.
Who laughed seeing Johnny try and get up there?
I don't know.
He looked like
I don't think the
bull.
getting up there, but the fall,
I don't know. That thing had like a 2-foot air mattress underneath it. That thing was huge.
Yeah, it was pretty.
They had a thick mattress underneath it.
Oh, yeah, it was. She had it was a pretty good step up there to get on top of that big air mattress.
Yes. I mean, I watched it. I watched it over and over. I was like,
so did I.
Boy, it was just wearing me out.
I was laughing. I think that was the funny part.
Watching her mount that bull was funny.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that was hilarious. I'll do it again.
Yeah,
I think that bull was taller than you, Amy.
All right. Need a barrel and some rope and
gigantic
10 killer between them pine trees.
There we go.
Hey, I got the rope. I got 1,200 feet of rope.
Yep, there we go. We bought. Oh, yeah. If it isn't
4 feet,
4-foot air mattress,
I'm getting on it. Oh, come on. So are we bringing bull riding to 10 Killer? There we go. Ryder, you heard it. Let's bring it.
I don't think we're better. I really don't, because
I don't think so.
I'm telling you what, there'll be ambulances all over the place.
You need paramedics there left and right.
They just have to stay there.
Right. Y'all might as well just stay here.
Yeah, just stay here.
Y'all ain't gonna get halfway down the road and you're gonna be turning right back.
Dakota, you probably have tried horse and didn't know it.
No, we'd have to have at least 12 ambulances there on standby if we did a 10 Killer with.
Everybody bring a mattress.
Bring your own air mattress.
Hey, you can get them queen size air mattresses at Walmart that blow up. But someone lands on it one time and you have to get another one because it's going to pop.
Right.
Oh, look. Bowen said he's down for some bull riding.
If I'm going to risk my life, it ain't going to be mechanical. He's on the bull. Be on the bull. Good night, Langley.
Night, Langley.
Oh, yeah.
Aw. Yeah, good night. Hope you get to feeling better.
Start getting stuff yanked out of your face.
Bowen.
That tends to hurt.
Right.
Bowen.
Hey, Bowen.
Yeah.
So, did y'all how long did y'all stay there at that deal?
We got there, I don't know, 9 o'clock-ish, maybe.
Something like that.
And
I can't
remember.
Left,
2.
Something like that. We were there for quite some time. Because we went to all of the booths and talked with some of the vendors and stuff like that. And
had some good salsa.
Yeah, you had some
okay,
good
stuff. And some okay jerky.
Yeah.
Well, I saw y'all trying the stuff out, wherever they had stuff to try out.
Yeah. They had this. I was talking to this guy, and she went around the corner and found there was salsa. So I found out there was salsa. I walked over and asked him, "What's the hottest one you have?" And he said he's got one with like Trinidad Scorpion and Habanero and Reaper and all this. I'm like, yes, that one. And it was good. It was really good. I liked it. I don't like when they taste like tomato, like really super tomatoey salsa.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it's made from tomatoes and it's gonna have a tomato taste, but I don't like when that's like the biggest flavor of it.
No, you want more other flavor.
And this wasn't.
Because it was Saturday. We went Saturday.
I don't know.
What auction did you go to, Ryder?
I know. It was Saturday that we
You
went
might have
to.
been at the same auction me and Tony were at.
No, I think he went to the exotics auction.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
The livestock.
Yeah.
I know that bacon candle smelled amazing.
Yeah, he went to the exotic auction in Okmulgee. That's right.
Yeah, over to Okmulgee. Yeah.
Bad thing is, I haven't been to Oklahoma in a while. I still know where those cities are at.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been there, and I still know where they're at when you mention those names.
Oh, it wasn't the exotic.
Oh, it wasn't the exotic.
Oh, it was the. What was it then?
Heat makes me pray the next morning to stop the burning.
So which one was it then, Ryder?
I know. He's just saying it wasn't that one. He said
it?
sadly.
The exotic when they moved to Missouri.
Horses, cattle, sheep, and goats.
Okay.
So he went to that's a pretty cool auction whenever they got like all that stuff, because mostly they, like most of the cattle auctions I go to, they're cattle auctions. It's just cattle. That's all that's there. And sweet tea for $8. I missed that. Yeah. That sounds pretty cool. Get a dozen tacos and a half gallon of sweet tea for $8.
$8. Wow.
Heck yeah.
We went the normal on Thursday night. Oh.
Chris, what is your
time for the year?
What is your spice tolerance?
I mean, I haven't tried Pepper X, but I grow Reapers and put it and stuff, so probably fairly high.
Reapers and ghost peppers, then.
Yeah, I grow Reapers and Ghost primarily. I have other ones that aren't as hot, but they taste good. Like they're good flavor and they're kind of weak heat. They're kind of like the jalapeno.
Yeah, like your jalapenos, your ladyfingers.
They taste really good. So I use those for the taste, and then throw the other ones in there for the heat. So it's still, because I don't want it to just be hot. I want it to taste good too.
Right. Like your ladyfingers, your jalapenos, your banana peppers.
Right.
For the flavor.
I think my favorite one that's not like a hot one anyway is one I got a couple years ago. It's called Cowhorn, and it's just like it looks a lot like a Tabasco, but it's fatter. It's about the same shape, kind of like a banana pepper sort of, but it's red and or green. But it tastes really good, but it's not very hot at all, really.
No, I know what you're talking about.
A really good taste. So I did a bunch of them that first year and dehydrated them and then put them in the spice grinder, and I've still got some powder. So I just put it in stuff, and it tastes pretty good.
Have you ever tried a chocolate crematella?
No, but there's a guy at work that is all into the hot peppers, and he talks about that one.
That one is exceedingly hot, way hotter than the Ghost and the Grim Reaper.
I watched old Derek throw his pole in half the other day.
How do you do that? That reminds me of the Happy Gilmore cast.
Yeah. I watched the last year he did a fishing video, and I watched him backlash a spinning reel badly. A spinning reel. I was like,
how do you do that?
Hey, he must be watching the guy I know that has a channel that's called Backlash Fisherman. He must be watching him because he's good at backlashing fishing reels.
Well, I mean, bait cast reels, yeah, but a spinning reel.
Yeah. Usually those are a little bit harder to do that.
Spinning reels are easy if you overspool the line.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I'm just giving him a hard time.
I know. I give Backlash a hard time.
Brian.
Brian sent me a picture today.
L.
I give a lot of people hard times when they Backlash the reel.
I need to get a good rod to fish down below the dam at Fort Gibson. Pretty good sized rod. I want a one piece. I don't want one you take down.
I love it.
What do you want a medium heavy or a heavy action?
Oh, it can be a medium heavy. I watched it. There's a guy down there fishing below the dam. I think he goes by, on Facebook, I think he goes by Full-Time Fisherman is what he goes by. And he puts reels on Facebook of him catching fish down there below Fort Gibson Dam. And he's just throwing out fishing with bait. And he's been catching quite a few. And usually he's there by himself during the week fishing.
Right.
There's not anybody around him. I mean, every time I went down at Fort Gibson, we had to chunk and walk is what it was, because we're up on the wall, and so what you do, we were snagging stripers, or not stripers, but spoonbills, and what you do, you throw, and it's jerk and walk, and somebody else is coming behind you. So you're lined up. When you get to the end, you just wait in line to get over to the other end, and then you do the same thing all the way down. And when somebody gets a fish on, and they're having to fight it, everybody hangs on for a minute, and then till they get around the end of the wall. And then that's the other thing. I took Christine down there. It's been years ago. And I took Christine down there, and I was used to catching spoonbill, and I was used to catching them down there, but I hadn't been there in years. And I brought it around the end of that wall, and there were some Oriental folks down there, and they grabbed my fish off my line, pulled it in over to the bank, grabbed it, and started for the car with it. and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they said, "Oh, we didn't think you'd want it. We thought you might want to fish more, because you can only catch so many spoonbill." And I think it's like one or two. Now,
I think it's two.
Yeah. And they said, "We thought you'd want to fish more." So I guess they had an agreement with a bunch of people up there that you wouldn't even basically be around there. They just grab it off there and run off with it. And
a lot of people don't understand spoonbill is really good eating.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just don't eat the red meat.
No, just got to trim it out. Because spoonbill is basically all meat. Most of it is just cartilage.
Yep.
You just cut behind the head, and cut that cartilage cord, and cut the tail and twist it, and just pull it out, and you got no bones in it.
Yeah. Fishing with slip corks and live bluegill, he would let the current pull it back behind the wall, and he had a huge man, I tell you what, if you could ever get out there to that half wall that was out there, that was the spot. I saw people doing everything in the world to get out there. I've seen them try to use those little boats to carry it out, those little remote control boats and everything else.
Johnny, if you want to get a good rod, inexpensive, go to Okuma website.
Oh, who?
Okuma, Okuma.
Okuma. Okay.
Okuma.
Get a 7-foot or anywhere from a 7-foot to 9-foot heavy action rod, and I'll get you where you want to get, and get you some 30-pound braided line.
Yeah.
Like Suffix 832.
Yeah.
And get you the distance you want to get. And I have the strength that you want to get for hookups.
I haven't fished. It's been so long since I've actually, done a bunch of that stuff. And I'm looking here right now.
But that Okuma rod,
there's Okuma reels.
Yeah, you can get a good Akuma rod reel combo, and with a Suffix 832, you can use it both for snagging and catfishing.
Well, thank you for that, Evan.
You're welcome. Hey, I got all kinds of catfishing gear and equipment and knowledge if people want it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
I got enough tackle in my truck. I can line up over 100 catfish rods and crappie rods easy.
Yeah. So yeah,
So what is
I
chicken?
don't have I've started carrying a little fishing pole in my truck because I thought, well, there might be a time in my life whenever I actually get to throw it out in the water somewhere, but it doesn't happen very often. The other day, my fishing trip turned into a turtle hunting trip.
Yeah, I seen that video.
I tell you what, I went.
Talking about that, I'm like, yeah, I would have done the same thing. I carry a 17 caliber rifle with a scope on it. I pop turtles every time I see them pop their heads up.
Well, I tell you what, I went down there. I went down there yesterday just to see what was up around the pond, and because I figured those turtles would eventually float or come to the bank or whatever. There was dead turtles everywhere out there. I mean, there was. I counted. I think I counted 23 dead turtles floated up against the bank. And I was like, man, and still yet, I still saw one. I didn't have my 22 with me, and I saw one out there bob his head up, and I thought, well, you got lucky. I didn't have my 22 with me this time, but man, those things are pretty worthless. Those turtles.
Hey, you can catch a turtle real quick.
Yeah.
Just on a number 6 hook and a piece of chicken skin.
Well,
that chicken skin won't come off the hook, but you'll hook that turtle real quick.
You ever watch a turtle come like fish with a bobber? Like you're fishing for crappie or something like that, or perch. And they'll go over to your bobber. The turtle will go to your bobber and then go right down the line to your bait.
And they'll clean that wax worm or that minnow or that red worm right off that hook.
Yeah, they will go. They go right to the bobber. They swim right to the bobber, and then they just and right down to your hook. I mean, they know what it is. They're like, there's food over there.
I got really good casting my catfish rods that way. Targeting, because when I seen the turtle's head pop up, that's what I aim for with a 4-ounce pyramid sinker. You had to hear it. You had to hear it when it hits.
Clank.
It's like, pow! You could hear it. You could hear it hit because that turtle would just sink real quick.
I ain't eating one of them things, Dale. Not them old mud turtles in that pond. I ain't eating them.
The turtles here are the turtles where I go fishing. I had one come up and eat half a 30-pound blue cat I had on a stringer in one bite. That turtle took half of that 30-pound cat in one bite.
That would be like a big snapping turtle.
It was.
Yeah.
His head was still there by the bank when I pulled up the turtle, and his head followed it, and I'd seen his head. I'm like, yeah, I'm taking them off the stringer and letting you have the rest of it.
Yeah, none of these were just them old water turtles that they're always sunning on logs and stuff like that. Whenever you go fishing, same kind.
This snapping turtle is big enough; he would eat a box turtle.
Yeah, I've heard snapping turtles actually pretty good. But yeah, sun turtles, says Lori. I don't know what they are.
Sun turtles is basically the red ears and the sliders come up on logs sunning. Some people call them sun turtles because they always see them up on logs.
Down in the creek, there's those soft shell turtles, and Those dudes can get pretty good size. The soft shell.
Do you have the long neck turtle?
Yeah, long nose, or yeah, you got
No,
that.
the longer necks. The one that has those raw 14 to 16-inch long neck turtles. It's like a soft shell, but they call them logger turtles.
Mm-hmm.
With a really long, thick neck and a really thin beak.
Yes. Yep.
Those things are annoying.
Right. So Dakota, are you gonna come to 10 Killer and catch some catfish again? I might have to join you on this one.
If I make it, it's going to be by the grace of God.
Well, I hope you can make it, Evan.
Because I'll have my rods out there 24/7, loaded with big cats.
It's. I saw Dakota caught some pretty nice ones last year.
Mm-hmm.
They're protected up there where you're at, Lord.
You're in the wrong part of the country.
See, the cats I go out.
Protected here too. Once we catch them, we protect them. Same kind of thing, sort of. Not exactly though.
The catfish size I go after is over anything over 20, 25 pounds.
What, the ones he caught?
No, I mean, that's the size I go over. Anything over 25 pounds because I use live bait. Bluegill, shad, skipjack.
Yeah.
What you catch out of the lake, I use for bait. Because I know 10 Killer has some big flatheads in there.
Yeah, they got some good sized fish.
Hi, Ace.
Hey, Dale.
Catfish. Yes, Derek, you need to show us some catfishing in that pond. That's a good looking pond he's fishing in over there, Derek is, and stuff like that. Just go down there and set up your camera and catch catfish. I want to see it.
I got a question.
Okay.
Whose birthday is April 14th? Someone in the chat has a birthday coming up April 14th.
Well, I'm gonna go like this because it's not me, but I know who it is.
Not me.
Not me.
Not me, but I know who it is.
My grandson's birthday is April 11th.
Mine's is the 16th.
Yours?
Yep,
yours
mine's
is
April 16th.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
The day after tax day, the brokest day in the country.
The brokest day of the year.
Oh,
My birthday is not until September.
They're coming. So, Johnny, you see what's scrolling at the bottom of that screen?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. It's getting closer. It's getting closer.
It's getting closer, and we're so excited to see everybody.
Okay, Peter.
And it's going to be I think it's going to be a really good time. We just need to, we got a couple of decent restaurants that, around that I think we can go to and stuff like that. We got the Red Fern Festival going on during all that thing. A lot of nice folks coming. And if anybody in the chat can make it, we'd certainly like to see them there if at all possible. It's for everybody. It's not just for channels. It's for subscribers. It's just for people who watch YouTube. It's for just folks in general. So just show up and have a good time.
Let me check something real quick.
The one thing I never understood was everybody was like, well, I don't have a channel. Like, well, good, because if it wasn't for y'all, then nobody would watch us. Like,
right.
There's no point in having a YouTube if nobody watches it.
Yeah.
So subscribers and just viewers in general are very important.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Sarah Leonard, was she with you at the thing the other day?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I ask, I see her in here, and I saw a friend request on Facebook. from a Sarah Leonard. And I don't just friend folks, I was like, okay. So, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, who? And I was thinking, well, it's got to be somebody that's associated with Amy and Chris. And then I thought, let's see, but I'm not sure who it is. So, anyway.
Well, I'll just put it this way. I don't have her as a friend on Facebook.
Gosh.
But I don't have a Facebook, so there's that too.
Oh, you don't have Facebook?
Good Lord,
well.
I have Facebook and I don't have her as a friend.
I don't have anybody as a friend on Facebook because I tried that for a while, and it's just like the most horrible part of humanity.
It's you really have. I mean, some people, I tell you what. I actually didn't mean to do that, to be honest. I was scrolling through people you may know. Well, thank you.
That makes me feel great.
Yeah.
that didn't make it any better.
Sorry, Johnny. I don't really want to be your friend. I'm sorry.
I didn't really want to be your friend. I was just.
Yeah, I didn't want to be your friend. It was an accident. Sorry about that.
Forget that happened.
Golly.
And you see why I don't have her as a friend?
Oh my!
There's
Marissa.
Marissa.
Hey, Marissa. Marissa's my friend on Facebook.
Yeah, Marissa's everybody's friend. Marissa is everybody's friend. Yep.
I'll tell you what, that just took the wind right out of my sails right there.
Oh yeah.
Smoky toes.
Smoky toes.
I didn't mean to. That's an accident. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. My bad.
I didn't really want to be your friend. I was just scrolling and my big fat thumb hit your.
Yeah, I fat fingered that one. Well, watch your fat
yes,
finger.
Marissa. You gonna come to 10 Killer, Marissa? Absolutely. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I had to give her a big old hug I got a picture of hugging her at Pinecone Fest. Well, save that request till you meet me. Okay.
That is the truest statement she could possibly make.
Absolutely. That is hilarious. Hi, Janae.
I saw quite a bit of carrying on at the
Hey, y'all.
deal. Hey, Janae.
Hey, how y'all doing?
So, Janae, what do you want to be called?
This is where I'm at right now. I'm at Janae, or Joy.
Janae or Joy? Okay. Jenny,
I don't
Janae,
mind.
or Joy. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, anything it'll be fine. My channel has gravitated towards my grandmother because her name is Josephine, and she was a military nurse, and Waves military nurse, and she had been a registered nurse her entire life, about 60 years. And her name she loved to be called is Joy. So I incorporated that because when I would speak to everyone, I would say, stay tuned for Tuesdays with Joy. But my channel is Joyfield Jenny, right?
Yeah.
So I said, might as well just do it. So some people are calling me Joy. I don't mind.
Joy,
Hi, Dana.
shorter.
Yeah.
I hope YouTube doesn't get on to you for this, but I'm getting ready to do something here.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it then.
No, look. See that?
Oh, I've shown stuff like that.
What does it say?
Oh, I can't read it.
What is it? Bigify.
Him.
Bigify him.
Trophy husband. Did you buy that for yourself?
That's awesome.
Absolutely not.
That's hilarious.
Did you buy that for yourself?
Oh, how sweet.
No. And you know what? The heck of the deal is my wife didn't buy it for me either.
What?
It came from some friends of ours.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I'm like, trophy husband. Oh, and you know what's really cool is it comes with like Allen wrenches and stuff in it. That just little, you can take them out and use them and all kinds of stuff. I mean,
that's cool.
Hey, y'all.
I'm looking
Paul.
at my drawer of knives.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I got so many knives in my drawer.
They'll just have to watch.
I'm scared to reach in. I'm scared of what am I? How am I?
Chris, Chris's hair looks good. It's been squared away. I've noticed that last week, Chris. Your haircut.
Yeah, I finally got tired of it, and
well, it looks nice. You and Amy look pretty tonight.
Oh, look, I look pretty.
You look pretty, Chris.
You look pretty.
I feel pretty.
Yeah. All you need is to smell pretty with your apple pie.
Did you see the head wave too?
Yeah. Well, girls do the whole thing like this, but the beard is the other direction. So it's like, how do you do the? I don't know how to do it. I can't whip my hair back and forth. It makes my neck hurt.
American is apple pie. Now you're gonna smell pretty.
Hey, I've got some beard butter that actually smells like apple pie, and it's amazing. Except for I'm hungry all stinking day.
Oh my goodness, Amy's
right
gonna
here
love
under
that.
my nose. So I smell apple pie all day, and then I go to a fair and I get the worst possible food on the planet, but I eat it because I'm hungry.
That's the good
I smell
stuff.
Apple pie all day.
Yeah, but enjoy life.
The apple cobbler.
It tastes great, but it's bad for you.
It's good for you. Eat it.
Fair food is great. It's just not the greatest for you.
You know what I say? This is what I say. Enjoy it.
Right.
Don't worry.
You don't get the peach cobbler beard oil.
Peach cobbler beard oil.
Avid needs some of that stuff, Chris. Avid might need some of that stuff.
I've had the apple cobbler, I've had the peach cobbler, and I had the strawberry cobbler beard oil.
Did he just say beard oil? Bougie.
I think he said beard oil.
Bougie.
Is that bougie?
Oh well.
Hey, everybody in chat. Everybody, all y'all. Tony, Angie, Dale, Nana, Lisa, Chris from Radar. Call him Radar or Chris? Oh, Heather, Heaven's Fire. Did you get your package, Heather? Today's Tuesday.
Derek, are you still in the chat?
Hey, Marissa. Derek Fowler and Regina. I seen him in here.
He was. He said that's
he
cool
was.
You put
there he
is.
Here he is. Hey, Derek.
Derek, we got a package here from you.
Oh.
And it came. It says for Christine, but I'm so horrible about not going to the post office.
So I thought I was bad, Johnny. You are too.
So I'll open it. I'll open it up whenever we do our live on Thursday.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go do taxes in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
How's Christine doing?
Well, she's not doing the best, but because she has responsibilities with her job, she had to drive to South Dakota.
Oh my goodness!
She left Sunday for South Dakota, or actually Monday. She left Monday for South Dakota yesterday morning, and she got there last night, and then they had the big snowstorm today in South Dakota. So she was caught in the snowstorm, driving 30 miles an hour with semis flying around her. And
oh, that's scary.
She went to where she was supposed to be, and they'd set up this meeting there, and apparently nobody showed up. She drove all the way from Oklahoma. They had 30 miles to drive, and they didn't get there. She drove from Oklahoma there.
Oh, poor Christine! My goodness.
So now she's down in the southern part of South Dakota. That was northeastern part of South Dakota. Now she's in southeastern South Dakota, and she's going to go to a different facility tomorrow. But anyway, She did what I always tell her not to do. She left her. She always that map light up there.
Yeah.
When she's getting ready to get out of a car, she'll reach up and hit the map light. You know, to turn the light on. She won't open the door for the light on. She'll hit the map light. Well, then when she gets out, she just shuts the door. Well, our Honda, it doesn't just shut off after a while. It just burns all night.
Oh.
So whenever she went out there this morning in the snow and ice to leave, it was deader than a hammer. I mean, wouldn't even click. And yeah, I've talked to her about that several times. You know,
isn't there a fuse, Johnny, that you can pull on that?
I'm sure I can find something to pull.
Hey, inside the cab of those cars, they have a dome light fuse plug that you can pull.
Yeah.
Tony said, "Take the bulb out, Johnny." Dale says, "Why do women do that?"
I don't know why
women.
Mom,
why do you do that? Shut up, Marissa.
I mean, and leave it on. I mean, you know, I've turned it on before, but I always just reach up there and turn it off when I get out. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, and yesterday I actually got broke down yesterday. So I was driving home from the cattle yesterday, and I ended up stranded for a while.
No.
Yeah, I was driving down the road, and all of a sudden, the front of my truck started making some crazy noises, like grinding stuff up type noises. Bye, Joy, Janae, Jenny. Anyway, so anyway, it started grinding, making a horrible noise. I mean, horrible, clunking. And I pulled over in this place that was for sale. Actually, this property was for sale. I pulled up in the driveway. There's nobody lived there. And I called my buddy who has a wrecker service over in Muskogee. And I said, hey, something's going on with the front of my truck. I said, can y'all come get me? Yep, we'll be there. And I said, well, now I don't have a way home, and I'm quite a ways from home, and there's nobody to come and get me. So how am I going to get home? He said, I've got an extra truck here. I'll just throw it on the wrecker and he'll deliver it to you. And then whenever, he'll drop that one off, drive it home, and then we'll pick yours up. And I said, really? He said, yep. So they delivered me a truck, took my truck, and what it was a wheel bearing came in it. Passenger side.
Wheel bearing caved down, crushed itself.
Oh yeah, it was done. I'm sure it was on its way out for a while, but anyway, but they've got it all fixed up again now, and I'm just gonna drive the truck back over to the place because they have a wrecker and mechanic shop, so I'm just gonna drive their truck back over there and pick mine up tomorrow.
Is that a good mechanic? Because that's the hardest thing I feel, whether you're a man or a woman, to get someone who really is passionate about it.
Well, I hope he's a good mechanic because he's been a friend of mine ever since high school, and
oh, well, that's even better. Goodness gracious, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
the part is trying to find somebody that you can trust.
No, yeah, I trust him.
It's hard because I spent $3,000 on my blue car, the Chrysler that I have. It's the darndest thing. You go and have the recommendations of a bunch of credible folks that says this guy is the best. So you bring your car there or your truck, whatever you have, and he takes about $3,000, and then by that time he gives you the car back without the headlight being working. And I looked at him and said,
"Oh, I've had that happen."
Oh my goodness, are you serious? You did all this, and I just turned the headlights on, and you didn't notice that the headlights out? Something simple. And on top of it, to get a second opinion, I brought it to another well-known mechanic, and guess what he said? I want another $3,000. So
No,
this
thank you.
well, guess what? What am I gonna do? Because I really wanted this car up and running, you know, because I have two classic vehicles. These are antiques. But then I have the ones that you run around with, or the ones that is for musicians or whatever. And so I brought the vehicle to that guy, and he took another $3,000.
That guy.
And guess what? After all that, I drove it up and down the state, and I ended up hearing a noise. And something happened, Johnny, in the fan relay. The fan relay, I heard this clunk.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that the engine was burning up hot.
Oh,
Something
wow.
happened, like the fan doesn't work anymore on it.
Right.
So the bolt came out or something. It's probably a whole fan relay in a Chrysler Pacifica. You know how they look when they first came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone didn't tighten the bolts like they were supposed to tighten them.
You think so, Avid? I believe you're
Yeah.
right.
Because each bolt on a car has a torque spec that they're supposed to meet.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Marissa.
Hey, Marissa. Hey.
For that to come out like that. Hey, Marissa.
Hello.
For that to come out like it did, it shouldn't have.
So it's probably a bolt.
Yeah, it's a bolt.
And the whole fan relay, there's no, like, even if you put the air conditioner on, it won't trip the thing on.
Where's my baby?
He actually went to bed tonight around like 8:30. So he's on his bedtime routine now.
You're fired.
How you gonna come up here and not show me William? What is that?
Because he decided he wanted to take himself to bed tonight. Okay.
And you just let him.
Bobby's World, baby Bobby's World.
Right.
Do you see this? Amy's
Probably didn't hurt your feelings none, did it, Marissa?
Who's Amy's twin?
Oh, I love kids. I'll adopt the whole.
I don't know who the twin is because I don't know that woman.
If y'all ever get tired, just send them my way. I'll take them all. I mean, I could really have probably 100 at a time and be fine with it.
Oh, I can't have 100.
No.
Oh, I could.
Hi, Kathy.
I could have none at a time and be pretty good at it.
Johnny, you keep talking. I'm going to send my son your way.
Yeah, rookie. Turn your phone sideways.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, which way?
What are you doing?
So Marissa, she's going to be having her baby in what month? July?
Hold on.
Now my head hurts.
What is going on?
No, not Marissa. Faith is having one in July.
Oh, Faith. Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute.
Yes.
I was thinking this is Faith's face. No, this is Marissa's face.
That's Marissa.
Oh, okay.
I ain't had no children.
I ain't had no children.
You surprised I even have one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony, I thought y'all had 100 every once in a while over there.
What?
What you mean? Oh no.
Where's Tony? Tony's LOL.
July is a good month. Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful month.
Yep. Yeah, right. We don't look alike. I try to be telling people that because we do not. Wait, Marissa is.
No, Marissa is not. No.
Is Brett again? You're in the second stage.
No, I'm not having no more smoky toes right now. Okay? No more.
I mean, what? What's he call him? Smoky.
When I see you, Dale, it's on. Because we ain't having no babies over here.
One
want
and
to
done.
We figured it out the first time, huh?
Tony's got 5 kids, Tony says. Tony's got 10 of them. 10 grandkids.
That's crazy.
Well, after we'll have 5 kids and 5 grandkids.
I want to come to 10 Killer, but I don't want to get beat up by Amy.
You better watch your back. I'll tell you that.
I know.
Oh my goodness!
Don't
good.
come around here with me.
Hey, but if I get there before everybody else does, then she has to find me in my campsite.
Hey, Resourceful Living Homestead, you just reminded me of something. It is this month now.
That's why I said it's getting closer.
It's this month. We're on the
Now,
month.
y'all.
Yes.
Okay, how do y'all prepare for the weather? Because I've seen in the past reports about tornadoes or cyclones. Can y'all give a briefing about that?
What do you mean? How do we prepare?
We usually go outside and look up.
We go outside and look and see where it's at. And if it's over there, we go over there.
We just go somewhere else.
Camera.
I mean, that's the way we do it here in Oklahoma. We go outside, we look. If it's over there, we go over there.
We don't.
Sometimes we go over closer to it to scope it out a little better.
Hey,
Eddie.
Y'all say hey to Eddie.
Before it gets there, we kind of sidestep it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. You're
Eddie,
right.
I'm gonna add you.
If it's coming right at you, just get on your knees and start praying.
Yeah. Eddie says AccuWeather.com. Y'all meet Eddie Lugo.
I don't like it.
I got a weather rock out front.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those.
If it's wet, it's raining.
If it's blown that way, it is very windy.
If it's rocking back and forth, you're having what is it?
Earthquake.
Does that really work? Does it work?
Hey, the weather rock always works.
Oh yeah.
If it's gone, you had a tornado. Was there a tornado? Well, I don't know. Let me go check. Yep, weather rock is gone. Yep, we had a tornado.
Or not in Kansas anymore.
Yep, that rock might be though.
Hey, Dale is. Dale's still there.
Dale's still in Kansas.
Yeah, Dale's still in Kansas.
That rock could be either in Kansas, Missouri, or Illinois after that tornado goes through.
All over.
Hello, Rudy. And hello, Eddie.
Right. Janae,
yes.
You were asking about the weather right now. We've got right now that Oklahoma has, I think we're in 5 days of tornadoes right now, I think is what they're calling for.
Oh, wow.
So we're in a big weather event that's starting up right now. And it's going to start tonight and go all the way through Saturday, I believe.
Oh.
So,
I want y'all to be safe.
Yeah, it's rolling right up toward Dale. So Paul Case will be in line. We'll be in line. Tony and all them will be in line.
And how about Tina and Eric?
Amy and Chris and Marissa and all them be in line for it. And,
oh yeah.
So what do? We just live with it because we've lived with it for 60. Or I have 60 years so far. So
I sleep through it most of the time.
You sleep through it
most of the time.
Oh.
I just go to bed.
I can't. I work through it.
You don't know how many.
Are you kosher?
You don't know how many times. Whenever I said.
Yep, I am.
Whenever I said, I'm just going to go to bed because if it's my time, it's my time. And I've said that many times.
If I'm going to get sucked up in a tornado, I'm going to be comfortable. I'm going to be
Johnny.
Come on, I'm going to go to bed.
You just bad for that.
If it's my time to go, I'm going to go comfortable.
Right.
And there's nothing you can do anyway. If you get a direct hit from a tornado, there's nothing you can do anyway.
Yeah, if it hits you, you might as well be limber and loose.
Relaxed is better than all stiff.
Yeah, relaxed is better.
Get on your knees and pray, then go to bed and let God have it.
Exactly.
Storm is 12 miles from Dale right now.
Yeah.
He said that lightning was detected 12 miles away.
Dale, that's just somebody taking a picture of you. You better smile.
With a really long lens.
Paparazzi.
Right. Just pose.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, the problem is, Dale, the storm is 12 miles north of you right now,
12 miles, Dale.
and it's going
It's 12
away.
miles north of him.
That would be a little. Well, it's like if you're in a mobile home and such, if it's on the concrete foundation, and it could be a little scary for the
Yes, Dale,
seniors.
we watched that one. The documentary about Joplin.
Oh yes, I watched that one. That
was good.
was. Did you watch all of it though?
Not all of it.
I watched all of it.
When you were watching it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
The documentary.
When did it
Wow.
come out?
I didn't see that documentary yet.
What's it called?
Neither have I.
Joplin.
Yeah,
About
it's just about. Yeah, it's about Joplin.
Huh.
When did it come out? When did it come out?
I don't know. I have to look. I didn't pay attention
Dale.
to when it came out, but it has to do with the
2013 tornado.
Yeah, something.
That's when the documentary came out.
No, that's the tornado they're talking about. I don't know if the documentary was
the one in Joplin
years later or what, but that's the big tornado that the documentary is talking about.
Yeah, that was crazy bad tornado. That was
that F4 or F5 that hit Joplin?
I think it was an F5.
I think it was a 5.
I think it was a 5.
It's crazy how they didn't even miss any school. That's craziness to me.
Came out 2 weeks ago, he said.
Yeah, it came out 2 weeks ago, and it was 2011 when that happened. Yep.
Is that like that movie Twister? Did y'all see that movie Twister, the original one?
Yeah.
No, but this is
actually
they have people
documentary.
in. Yeah, this is actual people talking about them being in the storm
that were in it.
And it is amazing that they are alive.
Right.
James said we're just going to stand outside and see which one it takes.
Twister was based on that documentary of that tornado.
I'll tell you what, they've got. They're thinking about. I heard the other day that they're thinking, but the tornadoes are getting so strong now that they're thinking about actually doing having another EF6 now. An EF6 rating.
Oh, they're gonna make a whole nother classification.
Yes, because they said that the 5s are getting so strong that they think they're going to have to make an EF6.
Reclassify them as a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
they see that. Right?
They call the F5 the finger of God, and F6 would be the hand of God.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was bad. Called The Twister Caught in the Storm on Netflix. Oh, I don't have Netflix, so.
Yeah.
Netflix went away whenever Cuties came out.
Cuties?
Yeah.
I like Cuties. They're the oranges. They're really cute. Is that what y'all talking about?
No.
I'm talking about the little bitty kids that they had. I'm talking about those little bitty kids that they had. They did that thing about sexing them all up and stuff like that, making them, yeah. It went away whenever that came out. Not returned to the Gillum household.
That's a lot of that happens more on the West Coast. I've seen. Just pray for them.
Went to Joplin.
Yeah, I saw that. I went several times to Joplin and helped with the cleanup.
Red Cross. Read what Dana says.
Resourceful living. The winds are calming here in Oklahoma.
Brian and Kathy, that's so sweet.
I don't know how many.
The only good thing about is where I live. I live in a little bit of a bowl indentation, so tornadoes go around it. They won't go through the bowl.
Yeah.
They stick to the rims and go around, but same way with a lot of the heavy storms, they go around me instead of go through it.
Eddie's saying that he's used to hurricanes now that he lives in Atlanta. Better get used to tornadoes. Do they have a lot of tornadoes in Atlanta, Eddie?
Well, everybody's been fun, but I got to go do that 4-letter word for
That
8
nasty
hours.
4-letter word.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
4-letter
they
word
were?
begins with a W and ends with a K.
Better watch
Yeah.
your mouth.
Have a good night, Avid. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming up.
Thank
Good
you,
talking to you,
Avid.
buddy.
Have a safe
Don't worry,
good night.
I'll still be in chat listening
Okay.
for
Okay.
ideas. No, for ideas.
Uh-huh.
Good night, Evan.
Good night.
So,
Then there was 4.
and then there was 4.
5, 4.
I'm so proud of you.
Do
you
what?
can still count.
Yay.
Actually, I can't. I
We
was
can
surprised I
count.
did that. I had to use my fingers. So.
Yes, Tony. I watched his video where the fire was right down the road from his house.
Oh, Dale, be
I
careful.
follow Midwest Streetcars on YouTube, and yeah, I saw that. Just got a code red.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
What does that mean?
What's a
That
code
means they're going to run to your house.
red?
Get ready.
They're coming. They're coming for you,
They're coming.
Johnny.
Coming, Johnny.
All I can think of is that stupid movie.
Calling for 65 mile per hour tonight. We've had 60 mile an hour wind all day up down here. I mean, it's
I'm at work till
it
2.
was
Oh, my
ripping
goodness.
out here now. I mean, ripping. And I
Brian,
can,
is that you or Kathy?
No, Brian's retired. That's Kathy.
Oh,
I'm
my
Kathy.
goodness. 2 a.m.
Luckily, it's going.
I'm going to pray for Kathy.
Luckily, it's going to
Well.
cool off a little bit, so maybe it won't get so hot here until we can get our air conditioner.
Right? Yeah.
Charged up.
Right?
We had one yesterday. Oh my goodness. Eddie says he had one yesterday in Newman, 30 miles south of Atlanta.
Yeah. Johnny, I went to the construction site today, and their porta johns were laying on their side 20 yards away from where they used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, it was ripping today. I mean, it was ripping today. I mean, there was a couple of times whenever I thought the chickens were going to blow away.
Right?
Right?
They were all smashed up against the screen.
They were.
My goodness.
Oh my goodness. That would make a cute video. You have to take advantage of those opportunities.
Oh, people will be giving me grief if I
Right.
No, you don't worry about everybody's opinion. Just do it.
Right? How dare you?
Poor chickens. Throw your body in front of them and block them.
Oh my goodness.
Look, its wings are blowing.
No, they can go in their house.
Right?
They
And
have
that's
a
what people
chicken
don't
hut.
understand. It's like, how dare you not take care of your chickens? I'm like, when's the last time you saw a sparrowhawk out here in the woods with a house and a gate around it? My chickens are safer than that, dude. Like, there's wild birds out there that nobody takes care of, and they thrive.
Yeah.
And they're griping about our chickens are, like, unprotected. It's like, man, shut up. Miss me with that noise.
They have a chicken hut, don't they?
They gotta have something to gripe about. Some people aren't happy unless they're dragging other people down to their level of
Oh
hatred.
my goodness.
Yes, that's
misery loves
absolutely
company,
true.
you mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
Hi, Lynette.
You got that right, Chris.
They make other people feel bad so they can feel a little bit better about how horrible they are.
Absolutely. That is true.
And that's why I don't talk a whole lot on our stuff, because I would get
Yeah.
myself in trouble, because I will straight up, I ain't got no filter.
Mm-hmm.
So I will get myself in trouble.
I don't think any of the Leonards do.
No.
Oh, we're glad to have you on our team, Chris.
So we could have a rant night with Chris.
Yeah.
Moan, groan, great night.
You get the right subject, and it can get real crazy.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah.
Like some, Second Amendment laws that aren't or are not.
You stay safe, Dale. You stay safe.
safe.
Keep us updated.
And run to Johnny's house if you need to, Dale and Nana.
All right, Dale.
All right.
Be safe, buddy.
Yeah.
Y'all be safe.
Yeah.
Angie
tells you to shut up all the time, Tony.
The rain was. Oh my goodness!
I think you got a point. Maybe.
I usually was thinking, where's Tony up here? I thought Tony was gonna come up here. That's what I'm seeing him, and then I saw Angie's face, but it was a vision.
It was a vision.
Come on up here, Tony.
You got a vision.
Come on, Tony. Come up here. Be safe, Dale.
That's Coyote.
Oh,
You said that. And that's what I sent.
Picture didn't have.
I sent it to Sarah.
That includes you, Marissa.
That is true, Julie. It is out of control.
Yeah. People's worship of animals.
They don't. I mean, it's wild. It's insane to me.
People's worship of animals is out of control, says Julie.
Yeah. Basically, they put animals in. I mean, I take it like it's almost like idolatry.
When they're putting necklaces and diamonds on the animals and things like that, or
I mean,
putting the animal's livelihood over theirs.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Well,
or the ones that are making comments about the animals being animals. That's what y'all mean,
right?
Like they're the same as people because of evolution. No, they're not the same as people. Not at all.
Yep.
We're made,
Sarah. I like animals too.
With the side of mashed potatoes and smothered in
like
gravy.
mashed potatoes and smothered in gravy.
I love deer. Love deer.
You do?
Yeah. When you cook it right, it's amazing.
You mean the cubed steak, dear? Y'all welcome.
I like it in all forms. I'm really fond of jerky, actually.
Y'all were speaking about earlier, Thumpaholic Fishing. He's a friend of the channel. His name's Corey. Welcome him on in. He's on my feed. Hey, Corey. Welcome on in.
Corey. Yeah. I like animals. I mean, I spend a lot of time out there with cows, and I talk to them and all kinds of stuff. But, there comes a time whenever some of them go to town and some of them go to freezer camp. So...
Yeah, I love that stupid commercial. If you're cold, they're cold. I'm like, I don't have fur that thick, people. Like,
oh my goodness, I wear gloves made out of cowhide, and
it keeps you warmer.
Yeah, they keep you warm.
Crazy.
I'm just saying, they're covered in it.
It shows off their ignorance, is what it does. Like, and that's not even an insult, because ignorance is the lack of knowledge. Stupidity is an insult, but ignorance is just, it's not your fault. You don't know what you don't know. But when you choose to be happy with your ignorance, now you're stupid.
Yeah.
Like, just shut up already.
Right.
And we keep it
positive. What are y'all doing? Texting back and forth?
I think one of my sisters, or maybe two, are texting her. They communicate with her, not me, because
what are y'all
remember the whole not having a filter thing?
Hey, Amy, what did you use to make your thumbnail on the on your video?
That I used
not Canva.
Not Canva.
So it was just your phone.
Now Gina is giving me about the fish.
Okay, does it have a way of boldening up that heart?
Probably.
Hey, Regina.
Probably.
I'll give you some hearts.
Just an FYI, that heart, it kind of, whenever I'm looking at, so I'm watching, I watch the video like on my phone and stuff like that. It was hard to differentiate and see what was going on in the photo that's in the heart. So I was thinking, if you could bolden the heart, and perhaps increase the size of the photo somehow.
Huh?
Like blow it up a little bit.
There's Avid.
Try that.
I will be doing some.
I think it would help. I really do.
Okay.
I'm serious because I couldn't hardly. It took on my phone. I couldn't hardly tell it was a heart. I had to watch it on the TV to really tell it was a heart.
See what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of gray in the heart.
There's a way of actually putting a actual.
I can do something different.
A bold line around that where people could differentiate it from the actual. I thought, man, that might. I think that would do it on that. And so I was actually sitting here playing with thumbnails this afternoon on that. I took some pictures from your video, and I was actually in Canva working on some of that stuff.
I learned how to make a thumbnail, says Beth or Neil.
Yes. Making a thumbnail.
When y'all were on that, on Johnny doing with Tony, and you were doing the live double that day, I believe. I was so exhausted, but I was watching. I just wasn't in chat.
I think we're going to do one. I'm going to do one of these about thumbnails. Later. Of course, it's going to depend upon what your editing software is, but I'm going to be using Canva. And showing what I can, what you can do in Canva. I make thumbnails and fingernails too, says Lord. So, but anyway,
we're liking the information though, Johnny.
Huh?
We're liking the information. She's put a couple things into play and noticed the difference.
Yes. I saw the 80 score on the SEO, and that thing, you look at that, all you have to do is look at what I sent it to you. All you have to look at, see what it's wanting you to do, and you can increase that score to 100 on that one. And then your next one, did y'all get that yet?
No, we haven't.
No, but I want to. So I was gonna. That was what was I was gonna ask. So you have to pay for it first before it'll show you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's not letting me go any further. And then when you looked at it on the computer, it showed that you have to pay for it or something like that. And I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong?
Paul saying that he forgot to tell everyone on chat that he's going to buy every one of us steak at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse on April 31st.
April Fool's to you too, Paul.
April Fool's.
You almost had me.
Yeah.
April 31st. Yeah, there is no April 31st.
Yeah, there is no April 31st. You almost had one on us.
That's like February 31st.
He never had one on me.
I love Paul. He's sweet. And Anita
like Dale
too.
and Nana telling us last year they wasn't coming to Pinecone Fest and doing their live from some random parking lot on Thursday night. It's like, we wish we could be there.
And Teresa says, hey, Teresa J. I wish you can be there.
Where do you go to see your SEO optimization score? You go to, you use TubeBuddy to find it.
Use TubeBuddy.
Yeah. TubeBuddy will show you that.
Hi, Angie.
I'm going to head off of here.
Rose Garland
later.
Well, it was good seeing you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at the meetup. So,
yeah,
Marissa. Yep, with our grandbaby that we didn't get to see tonight.
Hey, he's sleeping.
Where's that grandbaby?
I was gonna say, I was like, you want to do with him?
Is that Bobby's World? Baby Bobby's World?
Sure. Yeah.
Bobby's World.
I really don't know.
His
When
hair
are you
finally
bringing
laid down.
Bill?
Yeah, his hair finally laid down.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, he's
Finally.
got cute hair. A
We still
baby
call him
has
Wild
cute
Bill.
hair. I know, but he's got cute hair. Yeah, Paul, it's meet
Yeah,
up.
but his attitude is not yet.
He learned it from his mama.
Yeah, he's got that's payback for your attitude.
No, because he's learned it from the other person that I'm with. Okay.
And don't
I
make him
didn't
fun of
say
me.
you taught him. I said it's your payback.
Angie, he's in bed right now. He's asleep.
Y'all, I don't know how to spell Eufaula, but I can phonetically spell.
EUFAULA.
Eufaula.
Yeah, well, when Johnny Knowles were at Pinecone Fest and we were having
night,
those
Heather.
storms here,
All right.
I was
Bye.
just spelling it
Night.
phonetically.
Right.
Hey, Heather. Night, night. I'm glad you got your package.
I knew Paul was going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was.
Yep.
You follow. Yes.
You follow.
You follow too. Everybody follow. I knew Paul was going to spell it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's okay if we don't spell properly. That's fine with us.
Heck
Doesn't
yeah, it
matter.
is. I don't spell
I don't care. I
correctly
really
a lot
don't.
of the time. I don't speak correctly a lot of the time.
That's right.
I don't speak English. I speak American.
That's right.
Other Americans usually understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm a firm believer in if it's stupid and works, it's no longer stupid. So it works.
See, Chris has the best outlook on life. Absolutely.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yes, you do. You have a positive way up in your spirit about you.
I'm positive I don't like some people. That's positive.
Well, that's possible too. American is apple pie.
There you go, Paul Case right there, America. We don't need the A.
You speak
redneckanese.
Redneckanese.
I never heard that one before.
See,
Tony gets it.
Tony speaks
redneckanese. Well, y'all welcome Chris Stockham. Welcome on in, Chris.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
There's a lot of Chris's.
Yes, there is.
There's a lot of Chris's.
More and more all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then this one had to go name our son that too. I'm like, really?
Oh, that's right. Y'all have a Chris.
Yep.
But Derek, are you talking about me or one of the
Chris
others?
has a big old truck.
Probably me.
Mm-hmm.
Chris has a big old truck. That's enough.
That doesn't mean it's me.
No, I bet it does.
How's it going, Chris? Chris Stockham. Chris to Chris to Chris. Everybody meet Chris and Chris and Chris.
Right.
Yes, there's a bunch of Chris's.
And we got a bunch of my brother Derek. My brother Derek. My brother Dale. My other brother Dale. One night we had Dale and his other brother Dale and his other brother Dale.
Ain't that many Angies, just saying.
Nope, not many Angies.
Not many Angies.
So I put the link for TubeBuddy in the chat there for
Where is it? Did you put it up earlier?
No, I just put it up just a minute ago. Resourceful Living Homestead. I put up the link for TubeBuddy.
Oh, there it is. Okay. There's Chris. Radar. You get that deuce half yet?
No.
I don't
want to talk about it.
He don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
He don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that big old truck's getting fixed right now, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to pick mine up tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I told him, I said, while you're up there, I said, check the one on the other side too, because that dude's probably going to drive to Ohio later this summer. So, full of trailer. So I'd like it not to strand us anywhere.
I'd like it to not do that again.
I'd like it to not do that again. Yeah. So
I'm getting all the universal joints changed on mine from the front to the back.
Right. That's good.
My carrier bearing was kind of starting to growl, and one of the U joints was dead in one direction. So I was like, just front to back. Just do it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They've all turned the same number of times, so whatever.
So you're getting the ones done in the front axles?
Yeah, front. I mean, front bumper to back bumper.
Oh wow, that's what probably needs to be done on mine.
Mm-hmm.
They look a little dry to me.
Yeah.
Chris has he has a Ford, right?
Yeah.
He has a big 350 Ford F350.
Dear jerky for
Yeah,
Chris.
David's taking notes. I know.
And which flavor would you like that in? There's only.
Well, he knows. We were talking about heat earlier.
Tony. Look at Tony. She's the best, Tony.
Thanks, dear.
You two stop.
I wasn't talking about bearings.
This is fun.
I wasn't talking about bearings. Johnny was. I was talking about.
Those
Well,
bearings.
I don't carrier bearing.
Me and him drove my truck from the auction over to JL's the other day.
Yeah.
And that's what he was talking about. He said, I didn't hear nothing.
I didn't hear nothing.
It,
yeah.
You know, whenever we were driving it. I said, I know it. I mean, there was nothing. I mean, it was like there was nothing till there was something. Let's just put it that way. It's like nothing. And then I'm driving down the road and it goes, conk.
Wham. Yeah.
Go,
it's like when you throw a universal joint.
That ain't good.
There's usually no warning on the universal joint either. Like it's just nothing, wham, and it's gone. So
yeah, usually those will do the start to vibrate and stuff and doing weird squeaking noises and stuff like that. Or at least the ones I've had to have.
Right.
I've never broke a U joint that I didn't know was going to go, except for in a drag car.
Well,
you know, that's just a lot of shock at one time.
That's a lot of shock on the system, yeah.
But in my vehicles that I've been driving around, I remember one time I had a Jeep Wagoneer, like a 72 or 73 Wagoneer.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew the U joint was going bad because I could hear it squeaking and it was kind of vibrating. And I was going, oh, I can probably make it a couple of more weeks, you know, until I get paid. Nope. That dude threw and it took out the transfer case on the truck, broke it, and cost me way too much money to fix. Yeah. And
they're relatively cheap and easy to fix.
Are they?
If you take them out before they blow up, you can just put another one back in there.
Right. Did y'all see?
When they blow up and tear up other stuff, then they tear up other stuff.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, Derek, I put out an evergreen today. So evergreen videos are videos that you don't expect to do well right off the bat, and like that one, I don't expect it to do anything. But over time, it will grow. It will continuously grow, and it will end up with a lot of views in the end. I put out 2 or 3 evergreen videos in the past, and the ramp on them is it just keeps ramping.
Slow and steady, just keep
slow and steady, but they get a lot of views over time.
Yeah,
I love evergreen videos. I've got another one to do on another evergreen video to do on Christine's truck. It's changing the crank sensor on her truck.
Didn't you put one out not too long ago about the carrier bearing in your Dodge?
Yep, and that one's still carrying on. I put one about flushing a heater core on a Jeep, Jeep Liberty.
Yeah.
And I looked at that thing today, and it's just a solid ramp. It's made, you know, it don't make a lot of money, but it's made, you know, $20. Right. So,
it's not one of those that like goes flat lines and then tanks.
No, they just evergreens just continuously grow.
Yeah,
they just continuously grow.
That's awesome.
Thomas the Tank Engine. I think I can. And just
Right.
Yeah.
So
just keep going.
So what needs to happen on your channel, if you get a chance, like if you fix something on one of your cars or your tractor or something like that, if you have a short, a short little video, it don't need to be very long. Don't have to do a lot of stuff with it. Just kind of show fixing it real quick, and put it on YouTube as a how-to. This, this.
Right.
You'll have a video that will continuously make money for you. So
that's awesome.
Well, I use YouTube to learn how to do stuff that I don't know how to do, so it makes sense that other people do too.
Right. Exactly.
That's right.
That's the best thing about YouTube for me, anyway.
I agree, Chris. Yeah.
It's entertainment, sure, but I use it a lot to learn how to do something I used to not know how to do.
Right.
I'm a YouTube engineer.
YouTube engineer.
I learned how to do all kinds of stuff off of YouTube, so it makes me I'm a YouTube semi-professional.
Y'all welcome Controversial Cruising. That's Scotty. Y'all welcome Scotty in. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, Scotty.
Have
a good night, Derek.
Good night, Derek.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock here. I got to go feed a goat because now she's jumping out of her little pen.
I'll tell you about these time zone differences. My boss called me this morning at 6:45.
He's saying hey.
Because he's in Florida and I'm not.
Really? Oh my goodness.
It was almost 8 o'clock his time, so he's like, "Oh, hey, I'll just call Chris real quick," because he's out of town this week, and doing some kind of convention for people that go to conventions. But I'm running the guys in the shop at the work because when he's not there, and so he called me this morning to talk about what each one of them needed to do and stuff and whatnot. And I guess he just forgot that he's in a completely different stinking time zone. And I was awake. It's not like he woke me up. I was awake, and he knows that I get up, at the butt crack on. So he didn't wake me up. But I think he forgot that we're in different time zones. Because he straight up called me before 7 o'clock my time.
Yes, indeed. I fixed my commode thanks to YouTube.
See?
There you go.
And there's Kevin. Welcome on.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin.
You came in at the closing. Well, welcome in. You can always watch replays.
Yeah, I got to get off too.
Yeah, I'm going to get off here.
Your goat's trying to escape.
Yeah, well, she did. She escaped her little enclosure. Faith called it. That she was going to end up jumping out of there. She's getting bigger.
Yeah.
There's Peter. Hi, Peter. Welcome, Peter.
Yeah. So thank you guys for jumping in and passing some time with us and making it fun and talking all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, it's always a good time.
I just got a short notification. Did you just make a short while you were on here?
That was earlier. It's been on for...
Yeah, I saw that one. It's been on there for a little bit.
Did y'all know something?
I just got it.
Okay, did y'all notice something? Like, I noticed that it said I had a short release, like a short video release of mine, and I was doing something, and I was like, that happened like days ago. Why is it just showing that right now?
Yeah, that's the way YouTube works.
Isn't that the rhythm, algorithms?
All right. Good night, Johnny.
Good night.
All right, y'all. Yeah, Sarah, I see.
Good night, Johnny. Internet. Good night, Chris. Good night, Amy.
Good night. Good night. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Good night, everyone.
See what?
Where she said, night, guys. Amy, no go in the morning, still no internet. She's having issues, and I'm pretty sure.
Those are doing pretty good, and that one is too. But not like that one.
Yeah, diesel is a big deal around here. Diesel is a big deal around here. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.